London, one of the greatest cities in the world, with a population of 8.63 million. With its famous high streets and busy public transport, London is a city that never sleeps. For those who don't like the noise, the traffic and the urban landscape, there exists an alternative lifestyle, one of peace and tranquility. A life living on the canal. Britain's canalways were built between the 17th and 20th centuries to facilitate the country's booming trade industries. Everything from textiles to food supplies were once transported across Britain using the country's extensive canal infrastructure. Today, Britain's canals are mainly used for dwelling, inhabited by a few who remain connected to this unique way of life. We spoke to Carolina, who's been living on the canals for 2 years.
Initially, we decided to buy a boat when we got our second dog. It was just an opportunity of a friend selling his boat very cheap. So we went to see the boat, we fell in love with it, and once we started going to the boat, we realized that it wasn't just good for the dogs, it was good for everyone. What I enjoy the most is being near nature reserves as along the River Lee. That's what you find mostly. Being around small forest and grass areas, and the peacefulness of being on water.
Christoph spends much of his time fixing up his boat, which he bought 3 years ago.
I think most enjoy is the building and engineering. I always try to do that. I find somehow to improve my boat, how to bring the engine. I have electric engine. I wanted to be the pedal power engine. Cycling. I like the freedom of doing stuff. I couldn't see myself in a flat.
Life on the boats is still appealing. Imogen has been living on the canal since May this year.
Quietness of it and the wildlife, the fact that all the birds behave differently on a busy afternoon to when it's nice and quiet when you just wake up in the morning, and that's a really nice thing to see. You feel far more that people would actually help out rather than on the street or on, next door neighbours in a house. You don't actually feel as though people would help that much unless it would affect them, but people help far more willingly, if just because they can or just because they can see that something needs to be done. So that's nice.
If I have the opportunity to carry on living on a boat, I would rather stay on a boat than in a flat. It's a much nicer way of life. As in our case, we are a group of boats that we move together. We also have dogs, so we go on dog walks together, we eat together many times, we make fires and sit together and have chats outside the boats. And it's a much less lonely life.
Eventually I also grew up close to a river, where I always spend half of my childhood. I know it's still I like being a teenager, probably, where you don't have to worry about artificial problem like paying your electricity, tax and all those things. Because when you are a kid, you don't have to worry because you make your own electricity in here and your own stuff, and basically just enjoying your life.
Britain's canals are now protected by the Canal and River Trust. This charitable organisation ensures that the peace and tranquility enjoyed by so many is carefully preserved for years to come.